got some breaking news coming in. The Income Tax Department, after 3 days of searches and surveys at the BBC offices in India, has just released a statement on the BBC searches. The IT department has put out an explosive statement. They say the BBC's profits are shown disproportionate to the scale of operations. They're talking about BBC. This is a huge statement to make. They're saying profits disproportionate to the scale of operations. The Income Tax Department on the BBC searches also said tax not paid on money paid by foreign entities. So they found irregularities and violations, and they put out a formal statement on this. This is not sources viewer. This is the Income Tax Department formally issuing the statement. They've said tax not paid on certain remittances, money paid to seconded employees not disclosed as income tax, discrepancies in transfer pricing documentation. So they've taken a fine-toothed comb and gone through the financial operations of the BBC here in India, and they say that the profits are disproportionate to the scale of operations and that there are various other irregularities, including tax not paid on certain remittances as well as transfer pricing documentation violations, discrepancies there. Let's go across to India Today's Munish Pandey, who's breaking this big story first in exclusive here on India Today. Munish, significant comments given that this is a formal statement coming in from the Income Tax Department.
Well, Shiv, this is an official statement from the Income Tax Department regarding the survey which was conducted on the BBC premises in Mumbai and Delhi. But as far as this statement is concerned, there are huge allegations leveled against BBC. Now, according to the statement which has been released by the Income Tax Department, what they are claiming that BBC is a company which is not only operating in India in English or Hindi, but also they are they are the group which is engaged in business of development of content in various Indian languages, advertisements, market support services. But the survey has revealed that these contents are being created which is getting profit to BBC, but they are not reflecting the same amount to evade taxes. This becomes very serious allegations as far as the operations of BBC are concerned, because remember, earlier also there have been at least 6 to 7 times when the Income Tax Department had issued notice to the BBC saying that when you are earning the profit, why are you not giving the legal taxes? But at that point of time, these notices were challenged before the court. But now what the Income Tax Department is claiming that they have found evidence to reflect that even after generating huge amount of profit, they were transferring the profit in their subsidiaries and other entities, but it was not being shown in the books of account. It becomes very significant and serious as far as BBC is concerned.
What action will be taken next now? They've said all these things, Munish. What nature of action will be taken next?
Yeah, well, Shiv, this becomes extremely important. This question becomes extremely important because right now, what the Income Tax Department has done is they have carried out survey and they have impounded documents in thousands of pages. Now they are going one by one through all the documents and articles which were collected from these premises. These were impounded. Now, I spoke to one officer of Income Tax Department this afternoon, and what he told me that after studying all the documents, they will find out the illegalities which has been done by the BBC allegedly. Now, in the next assessment year, for example, if there is a tax evasion, in the next assessment year, the Income Tax Department will ask the BBC to, they will penalize BBC and they will also ask them to give those taxes. Apart from that, if there is a transfer of some amount of money, remittances, then this will also violate certain laws of India, because if there is an exchange of money between one country to another country, India to UK, then there are other laws which they have allegedly violated. So all these things will be taken care by the Income Tax Department one by one. As of now, we have been given to understand is that next assessment year is going to be important because Income Tax Department may penalize BBC, but apart from that, there are other illegalities regarding which the Income Tax Department may file a separate case, and based on which the other agencies of the country, for example, the Enforcement Directorate, SFIO or the Central Bureau of Investigation, they can also take up this case.